Well, I didn't see that video before, so if I'm repeating myself, I'm so sorry. But I do want to thank you, Your Excellency, for this award, and to the committee for including me among such extraordinary recipients. I am deeply aware that I am in very good company tonight, which is both humbling and slightly intimidating. So, over 7 centuries ago, Thomas Aquinas gave us a simple framework for a well-ordered life. God, family, and country, not competing loves, but rightly ordered loves. First, God. Aquinas reminds us that faith, hope, and charity are the foundation of a meaningful life. And above all, charity, the ability to love God and therefore to love others as ourselves. I have not mastered this, but I return again and again, trying to align my thoughts, my actions, and my intentions towards what is good, true, and lasting. Faith for me has been a journey, and as you heard, I am a Catholic convert. And interestingly, my husband did not ask me to convert. He only asked me to raise our children in the faith. And in trying to live that promise, I found it myself. Second is family. Aquinas tells us that after God, we owe our greatest debt to those who gave us life, our parents, and to those who formed us by the company we keep and the friends who become, in every way that matters, family. My parents, through their lived example, shaped my values more than any other words could. As you heard, my mother was of German descent, but she suffered in a Russian prison camp, and she carried a strength that left a mark on all of us. My father, the Greek, was orphaned at a young age. He's a kind man who didn't judge others. He came from very little and built a good, steady life for our family, and he taught me in both big and small ways how to live. They did live the American dream through hard work, determination, gratitude, and opportunity. And I will admit that the Greek part of me finds it very satisfying that Thomas Aquinas drew from Greek philosophy. Well, I met my husband, Bill, and my life did change. He is, quite simply, the very best kind of human being. He's deeply faithful, steady, and principled. He lives his beliefs quietly every single day, not in words, but in how he leads, and how he serves, and how he loves. As the father of our family, he sets the tone with a sense of responsibility, humility, and consistency that anchors our family. There is a quiet goodness in him, a kind of moral clarity and steadiness that I think all of us who know him try in our own way to live up to. But my greatest calling in life is that of wife and mother. I am so proud of our 3 children. Watching them become thoughtful, capable, and kind adults has been, without a doubt, the greatest joy of my life. And being their mother is the privilege that I treasure every single day. And I'm equally grateful for my family in the broader sense. Not only the one we're born into, but the one we choose. The friends who show up, who stand beside you, and who remind you gently who you are when it matters most. I am deeply grateful to all of you. And finally, country. Aquinas teaches us that we owe piety to our parents. We owe it also to our country, the community that allows us to flourish. For my parents, this country was a gift beyond measure. For me, service is simply a small way of honoring that gift. And I've seen that spirit of service up close, particularly in the men and women of law enforcement who show up day after day with quiet courage, discipline, and a deep commitment to others. It is an honor to stand among people who don't just speak about service, but live it. Service in whatever form it takes is simply one small way of saying thank you. And if I'm honest, I often feel I receive far more than I give. As Pep said, none of us stands alone. Everything we are has been given to us first by God, through our families, and within a country that allows us to live in freedom and faith. We can never fully repay those gifts, but we can carry them forward in how we live and how we show up for one another. Thank you again for this honor, and God bless each and every one of you.